Let's go live. Let's be live. Peace, family. Welcome to the Campaign Trail, Saturday Night Live, October the 5th. You see the title. Been seeing that kind of floating around the last day or two. Vice President Kamala Harris and President Joe Biden and Harris administration only gives Hurricane Helene victims $750. I don't know how many victims that there are, and I'm not sure. It just sounds kind of extra cray. You know what I'm saying? Given this fact right here, so far this year alone, and the year ain't even up. We in October. We only in the 10th month of this year. The Biden-Harris administration, U.S. government has given approximately $24,400,000,000 to Ukraine. To Ukraine, not to black people of America, and not even to now victims of every color of America, victims of the hurricane. But this year alone, 24 billion, I guess, maybe, I don't know. 24. This is according to Isabella Maria DeLuca on Twitter. You can follow her on Twitter X. 24,400,000,000 to Ukraine, 11,300,000,000 to Israel, 1,950,000,000 to Ethiopia, 1,600,000,000 to Jordan, 1,400,000,000 to Egypt, 1,100,000,000 to Afghanistan, 1,100,000,000 to Somalia, 1,100,000,000 to Yemen, 987,000,000 to Congo, 896,000,000 to Syria, and last but certainly not least, 9,000 per illegal immigrant that has entered the U.S. You know, out of those 20 million, 21, now they're saying up to 30 million, but, you know, somewhere between 20 and 30 million. And out of those 20 and 30 million, 600,000 are on the watch list of being convicted criminals. They get 9,000 a piece. But the hurricane victims of America get $750. That $750 check. Man, while the illegal immigrants get $9,000 a piece. I wish I had the list of all the other perks and benefits that they getting as far as housing and yeah. So anyway, I'm not going for Trump or Harris, but what I am doing is using my eyes and my brain. I'm using my God-given 5 senses, 6 senses, because I'm not blind, deaf, or dumb. And comparing this right here, which we didn't see none of that in the news. It takes Twitter, it takes us to disseminate that type of news reports. But these is the news reports that we get from Reuters or from mainstream media. Actually, this was false. They had claimed that Trump started a GoFundMe account for the Hurricane Helene victims. Trump authorized, and it was some. This is a fact check. This is a Reuters fact check. Trump GoFundMe donations will actually support Hurricane Helene victims, and this is October 4th, 2024. Yesterday that came out. I ain't seen no other reports on it. I had to really dig deep to even find this. And at the bottom it say proceeds from a GoFundMe fundraising campaign authorized by Donald Trump will be distributed to organizations supporting people impacted by Hurricane Helene, according to the fundraising platform and a Trump spokesperson. Post online incorrectly said, meaning fake news media, of course, incorrectly said only 3% of the donations via website would actually reach storm victims. So this is what this is saying to correct that. Trump spokesperson Caroline Levitt said in an email that there is no truth to the narrative. Quote, all the proceeds will go directly towards organizations delivering relief on the ground, unquote. A nearly 3% transaction fee by GoFundMe for each donation was misrepresented or misinterpreted on social media as though the Republican presidential candidate's campaign is keeping 97% of the funds for itself and only giving the people, the victims, 3%. But they saying here that that's GoFundMe's percentage that they charge for their platform. That 3% goes to GoFundMe. A post on Thread said Donald Trump, quote, Donald Trump launched a GoFundMe for hurricane victims with a $1 million goal, and it's already over 3.5 million. Guess how much he promises to actually donate? A generous 3%. So that's what they saying is false media propaganda. And then they came back on and said, outrageous. Donald Trump launched a GoFundMe for hurricane victims, such and such. Oh, yeah. So they had to do a retractment, a fact check retractment on that. So I'm not for Trump or Biden, but I'm just looking at how the media is doing what the media do, and I guess social media, and that's incredible. But this is not the Trump administration. You know, I actually think I saw him say that he was donating. I don't know if said he was donating 20 million, and I also saw like Dolly Parton or somebody was donating $1 million. So we'll see compared to this whopping $750 that the Biden and Harris administration is giving to these victims. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna go a long way, especially in this inflation economy. We need every bit of that $750, huh? Wow, at the bottom of the list, $9,000 is going towards, these undocumented, undetained, illegal convicted criminals. Yeah, that's interesting. Man, Jimmy Jawbreaker, salute. I'm back on the comments now. Salute. First up, Jimmy Jawbreaker. Spitting fire, say she's the worst. Becca loves Jesus, say they have to pay that $750 back within a year or lose their home. I don't know about that. I'm just reading comments. That'd be terrible if that's true. FEMA is broke. Now FEMA's not broke. The same way they can just find billions and billions of dollars out of thin air. They telling us they broke. Let something really pop off. Just like the Pentagon knows how to conveniently lose over $1 trillion 2 or 3 times in a row. They not broke. I mean, they are. The U.S. dollar is worthless, but they know how to type up some new digits if they wanted to. They doing it for everybody else. Kevin Jenkins, salute. Spitting fire, 17,000 per illegal immigrant if you include EBT card of $13K. Damn. $17,000 versus $750. On the spot live. Good evening to you, Sister Miss. Man, Supreme God, how can they be broke if the government are the ones who make the money? Well, the government say government don't make the money. The government borrows the money from the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is not a part of the federal government. The Federal Reserve prints the U.S.'s money. So you if you want to look into the science of that scam and why America's $100 trillion in debt, then that's follow the money, follow who actually prints, owns, and controls the money. It ain't America. America don't print, own, or control the American dollar. Dion Florence, Cam, that's been debunked, brother. I just debunked it. Which part's been debunked? I just debunked it. Fund every migrant available. FEMA. Let's go. Melcon Huger, I'm not surprised. This country isn't for Americans, but immigrants. So I guess Americans are immigrants, right? What's the definition of an American? The true American is the Indian, the native indigenous, right? So everybody else is an immigrant. You just got to be a bigger gangster. If your immigrant group ain't armed enough and ruthless enough and gangster, you ain't got the superior weapons, then America ain't the land of the free for you. But if you're the most ruthless of the immigrants, then this is heaven. This is the American dream for you. Thurman Gale, salute. Good evening, also JL. Y'all do realize she isn't president, right? And she can only do so much. She's been the vice president for 4 years. What's she trying to do? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Y'all do realize she isn't president, right? And she can only do so much. Certain things not within her power to do that. Whose power is it? Because Creepy Sleepy Joe is incapacitated. He ain't mentally able to do nothing. So who's supposed to assume control when they know he's not in control? That argument don't really hold water, JL. But y'all would turn around and vote for Trump. Man, let me hit this little invite button. Would you care to hop on the live with Brother Cam JL and let's talk about that? There's the link, StreamYard link. That'll be a quick, interesting conversation. Deion Florence, the FEMA just 750 is debunked. We heard her say that. How is it debunked when we just heard her say that? I have the video, so why would she just say $750? She said, I don't care if it's $5,000 behind that. Why would you get out on the public media and say $750 for victims? That ain't been debunked. That's exactly what so our eyes and ears is lying to us. Boy. Sir Miguel, I don't trust either side. 2:00. Oh, okay, so vote for Trump, right? I never voted in my life, but y'all, according to y'all, it seems like you must be going for Harris if you even saying that. So we had Biden and Harris for the last 4 years. That hasn't proven to be worse than Trump's 4 years. And like I said, I'm a Muslim. I'm a NOI Muslim. To us, it's Satan and Lucifer. We don't believe in voting for no evils, whether it's the lesser two evils or the moser of two evils or whatever. So y'all believe in that. So hit the link. Hit the link. Talk to me. Maybe I'm misrepresenting. Maybe I'm misunderstanding your comment. Brother Nasir, wa alaikum salam. Lau Pacquiao. And a new storm is brewing for Tuesday, or Wednesday, category 3. Yeah, I just saw that. Spitting fire, Federal Reserve prints the money. Yep, absolutely. Matthias, LP, FEMA spent the money on illegal immigrants. KJP said so. Who is KJP? Ben Malachi ran by the small caps. Privately owned. Yep, Federal Reserve is privately owned. Ben Malachi, yep, I don't need to repeat that one. Are you dumb? Salute. Spitting fire. Vice President don't have power. Vice President don't have power is like saying flies don't like ish. Safi Ali, salute. David Lartigue, salute. Spitting fire. Our people always vote against their own interests. Man. Digit 7. Okay, we up to speed. So I just trying to catch up. David Lartigue, they give money to everyone else, but we can't get 40 acres and a mule. This hurts to the bone, as if to say we don't matter. I mean, the sister girl, said when she was asked, do you support reparations for black people? You heard what her answer was. I suppose that was debunked too, right? I suppose that was debunked. Whoever that was saying that was debunked. That was debunked too, huh? She didn't say that. Man. So let's take another look at this. Walking with full armor. Shalom, shalom to you. So far this year alone, we're not talking about the last 3.5, almost 4 years of this administration, but this year alone, this is according to Isabella Maria DeLuca on Twitter X. This year alone, 24 billion with a B, 24 billion 400 million to Ukraine. Like, why do we need to be dealing with Ukraine? Why do we need to be helping Ukraine at all? Why does America, I ain't gonna say we, why does America need to be helping Ukraine at all with anything? But this year alone is 24 billion. 11 billion 300 million to Israel. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna read it all, but you see it. But all the way down at the bottom of that list, 9,000 per illegal immigrant. But somebody just even corrected that and tacked on 30,000 or something like that or more. And Americans who have lost everything to Hurricane Helene will be getting 750. So that's actual facts that came out of Kamala Harris's mouth. Ain't no debunk whatsoever about that. Debunk. Nah, that's the same kind of people that tell us don't believe our lying eyes, don't believe our lying ears. I've seen the video clip. I've seen what she said. So there's no reason you're supposed to say 750 for nothing. You need to say say the whole amount. You know what I'm saying? Say we're allocating, 20 billion for or whatever, 5 billion or whatever, and then say how many victims approximately it is. But for you to just come out and say $750, we're gonna start you out with $750 for $750. My home is ruined for food. Where are we gonna cook it at? Where are we gonna sit down and eat it at? $750. Where are we gonna warm it up at? Man, $750. Are you dumb, Pete? Can you hear me? Are you dumb? I hear a little. I hear some clicking. 1 2 1 2. I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Man, what's your thoughts on this?
Um,
Hello?
Go ahead and kind of like refresh me because I kind of like just came in.
Well, yeah. Let me keep on rolling real quick, and I'll pull back up on you. Um, King Z say they cut EBT, about to cut Social Security, but giving immigrants, illegal immigrants, let's specify it. It's not just immigrants. It's immigrants that's not even supposed to be here. And it's actually criminals, convicted criminals, but giving them all that money. See the hypocrisy? No, it's not even hypocrisy. It's not, the system is not broken. This is the system. This is the way the system was designed to work. It's working absolutely perfectly, like a well-oiled machine. It's just letting you know and letting you see, straight up what it is and what it's not. So if you thought that the system was ever supposed to be in your favor, then now you learning. I am peace.
Hi, how are you?
I'm blessed. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. I'm actually on a spot live in the
Oh,
chat.
okay. Got you. Got you.
Um,
Yep.
Thanks for the stream. So, okay, so I think this is a good topic. One of the things that I have been thinking about are all of the things that they do quote unquote give us, right? Because we're talking about like what they're giving hurricane victims, what they're giving migrants, what they give to us as a group. I
Mm-hmm.
think there are a lot of things that we do have at our fingertips that we just aren't reaching out to, grab those resources. For example, I recently did a video on how people can get into construction for free. There's like a program, they teach you
Wh-
how to get into construction. I'm sorry.
wh- not to cut you off. When you say we, you mean black people, descendants of
Yes.
slaves? Okay,
Yes,
let's
sir.
let's be specific about that. All right, got you.
Yes, sir. And so in Chicago, Baltimore, and Rhode Island, you can join this free program, get trained in construction. We're always talking about trades and how we need to get back to trades, move into trades. It's completely free. So, you can become educated and trained without any debt, right? Because student loans is also a thing that we Black people, you know, uh, are trying to avoid at this point because it's gotten us into so much financial trouble. And they pay you. You get a weekly stipend, right? So I recently did a video about it to let people know, but I think that's just like one example of tons of things that are available that we just either aren't aware of or aren't taking advantage of. And then what becomes publicized is what is being quote unquote given to migrants, um, which, I'm still trying to figure out how I feel about, what they're receiving point by point.
How do you feel about us not taking not us black descendants of slaves
Yeah.
not going and searching to find these programs that you're talking about?
It hurts me because, like, for
Why
example,
did,
that's
why
like,
does it hurt you, but it don't hurt you knowing the fact that we are owed this
oh yeah,
this we're owed, and this administration,
yes.
the vice president that's now running for the president literally said, when she was asked, do you support reparations for black people?
Mm-hmm.
She specifically said, at to sum it up, I'm not going to do nothing that's only going to benefit black people.
Yep.
Yet
Obama said
she's
the
in
same
front of
thing.
APAC every year, telling them
Yes.
specifically how many 38 billion they're going to give to her.
Mm-hmm.
So how are mentally dead, ex-slaves, descendants of slaves, especially if we already impoverished and poor, um, going to even have the resources or the knowledge or the spirit or the drive or the
Mm-hmm.
to know to even go find these government
Yes.
programs?
That is a great question. And the only thing I can think of, Mr. Cam, is that we have to do it ourselves. Those of us who have knowledge of these things, who,
Mm-hmm.
know how to connect to it. Like I have
Mm-hmm.
email addresses for these people, right? We have to share it with people, which is why I started my YouTube channel. I quickly learned that,
Mm-hmm.
I get more views from like talking about celebrities and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the point of my channel on a spot is to encourage our people to purchase their first property because it's not difficult.
Right.
And a lot of people don't know this, but the legacy of Dr. King's unalivement, I don't want to say a trigger word
Right.
on your
Right.
channel, the legacy of that is FHA, is being
Mm-hmm.
able to put just 3.5% down and, and get now down payment assistance. And I live in Chicago. You can get
Right.
$10,000 of free money to purchase your first property. And there are some
Right.
states where it goes up to 40,000. So I just think, sorry to be long-winded, I just think
Oh
it's
no, you
about
good.
us, people who know, sharing it. And people who see us like out here trying to do, that work, sharing those people.
Right. I 100% appreciate that and agree as much as I can agree. But me speaking as a black male,
Yes,
from
sir.
as a descendant of slaves from these streets, I'm from Los Angeles, and I represent the condition of black males of America who majority, have criminal just our lifestyle is survival mode. We constantly under attack by everybody. We don't, I'm just telling you straight out, our reality, the world that we from, the world that we live in, we don't have the thought or the mind. We don't have the time, that we don't have the focus or the energy to do that. Women do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sisters do, especially if y'all are being um you know, you get grants. Like black women get stuff that that black males they ain't trying to have. But the more that so many of our sisters get these things and get the knowledge of how to go do this and how to apply and go get this free money and all of that,
Yep.
they're not doing what you're doing. They're not turning their men or their brothers or whatever on to that. They going for it themselves and saying, we don't need y'all no more. You know what I'm saying?
Even the more reason to share out those of us that are. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, that's
Because
why
that's
I got you.
Yeah, because that's what encourages us to continue to do that, to continue to go out, find resources, connect with these things, and bring them back to the group, right? The collective, the Black people, from us. So that is what encourages us. And a lot of the women that you mentioned, that you speak of, that are just now kind of out for self, a lot of them have a history of attempting to do that, but didn't feel supported. So now they're like, okay, I'll just keep all of it for me.
Well, I mean, it's gonna come back and haunt you, because if our women don't acknowledge, especially those of our women, our sisters that claim to be Christian, and they don't acknowledge the spiritual or the biblical so-called prophecy of the plan of Pharaoh or the plan of the wicked rulers that has enslaved us for 400 years, the plan that they had against us once 400 years was up, and now we started waking up. So they feared that we was multiplying and waking up, and they feared that we would join on to an enemy of theirs in a time of war and come against them and return the favor for what they did to us for 400 years. So the plan they came up with is unalive the males, destroy the males in every way possible, and spare and spoil, hype up, prop up the females over the males, right?
That's
So,
interesting.
So, I hear you, for you to say that the males is not supporting the sisters, is actually the other way around. Since this plan, this offered plan of money and support and corporate status and all of that, this is just recent, within the last 30 or 40 years, maybe 50 years. Yeah. Prior to that, the Black man was the supporter and the breadwinner, but our sisters, through the 60s and the 70s, after the 60s through the 70s, started accepting some forbidden fruit in the form of welfare and WIC and other things, to where they agreed to not have the man in the home or the father of the children in the home. They went for the bag. So we can argue. I'm 55 years old, from LA, and I was raised with a single mother, and I'm a product of all of that.
Wow. Can I ask you something?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think is a good idea as far as connecting our people, Black people in this country, descendants of, criminally enslaved, as I like to say? How do we connect them, like people like you said, from the environment you're from, that has the kind of experience you're from? How do we, what ideas do you have? What advice do you have?
No, I support you. I support exactly what you're doing. I'm just saying you're maybe a needle in a haystack, maybe you're a unicorn S or something, like, because everybody.
I feel like I know a ton of other women and young and men
who
are trying.
Well, you just said part of the problem, though. You just said that most of these women that you know of, or a lot of them, was trying to support or help a man, and something happened, and they say, okay, well, that's more for me. I'm just gonna keep it to myself. So whatever that's about, and whatever allegedly caused that, which causes our generation right now to be full of single mothers and 500,000 abortions in America alone by all Black women, that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? So we can go back and forth on, but it's gonna come down to the spiritual belief system. You know what I mean? That's what it's gonna come down to. Because if we beefing, if it's like I said, 500,000 on average, 500,000 abortions, over 30 million of us, on biblical genocidal numbers, was done by our own, while we get pointed at as the animals and the deadbeats and the dogs and the cheaters and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well,
So when
in
we hear that,
mhm.
okay, that sounds good, but you know, the problem is deeper than trying to find some funds and some grants right now. The problem is about how we see each other, how we handle each other. You know, who is the first teacher? Why are we products of out of wedlock situations?
Yeah, I agree with you that we have a complex set of issues as a group. 100%, 1000%. And a lot of them are very tied to the way that we relate to one another. And I think that we, on both sides, definitely 100% need to do better with how we treat one another, right? That's not popular content on YouTube, but it's important in my opinion.
Right.
Um, but yeah, but I'll keep trying, Mr. Cam.
Oh
Thank you
man,
so
I
much.
I know I 1,000% appreciate what you're doing, and hopefully you can inspire us, the males, to look differently at our sisters, and our sisters to look differently at our brothers. Because that's what it really comes down to. It really comes down to, do our sisters recognize that the government is favoring them monetarily and with power and positions and media and influence? They're favoring y'all. They're pumping and gassing y'all up just so you would look down or say, I don't need these dudes. It's easy for me to leave. It's easy for me to shake him, and I'm independent. I don't need no man because I'm getting money by the help of the slave master. They're not offering us males none of this stuff that you're talking about. So, and we wouldn't even know where to start trying to look, because as soon as we look, we're gonna get, you know, handcuffed. What you doing here? You know what I'm saying? This is our reality. So even if we can get to the places or whatever, we got to go through landmines to get to where they want y'all around. Y'all pretty women, y'all the booty, the spoils. They want you around. This is one of the reasons that they conquer us, so they can get to y'all. So yeah, they gonna come over here. We got this for you and this for you, but don't take it back to your man. Don't keep it for yourself. Don't take this back to your man.
I think the beauty of real estate and real estate investment is that really doesn't happen. That really doesn't happen. Maybe on a much larger scale, where you want to become like some huge developer in a city, like the existing developers are going to fight you on it. But on a micro level, which is usually what we're dealing with, I think that's a great, even like you said, like for young men or women who might happen to be felons,
Mm,
right? There's no, oh, you can't purchase property because you're a felon. There's none of that. You can own as much as you want, right? So
right. We
with this,
talking about the game though. I'm talking about the game.
mhm,
So the game has to be. We need help. Like a woman is supposed to be our help meet. Help us to meet and overcome the lack of knowledge of these subjects or whatever, right?
yes,
So if you're getting the game, some of us got street money and this and that or this, but it's still gonna come down to how, when we bump heads or disagree, how we view each other. Okay, well, I'm just going. Yeah, I tried to help him, or blah blah, and dude's gonna be like, man, she thinks she know it all. She thinks she running things because she got more money. So it's this is why we not unified right now, because it's a mental and a spiritual misunderstanding between us.
I agree with you. And I agree that we have to work on that. Like we must work on that in order to advance even economically. We have to work on that. I agree with you
Right.
100%. All right,
So
Mr. Kim, thank you for having me up.
thank you for lacing us. And can you give us that website again, or your website, or how can we get more knowledge and game from you directly, if you don't mind?
Absolutely. My channel here on YouTube is Own a Spot Live, hashtag
Mm-hmm.
Own a Spot. Um, I bought the domain, so if you go to ownaspotlive.com, it'll take you
Mm-hmm.
directly to my YouTube page. And on my community tab, I have the down payment video and
Mm-hmm.
also the construction video right at the top.
Okay, and that's on YouTube.
Yes, on YouTube, Own a Spot Live.
Own a spot, everybody. So not on, but own as in own your own home. Own a spot live.
That's right. Ownership, ownership, ownership.
Man, well, I'm gonna be at you. Are you on IG or anything else?
Yes, sir. IG as well.
Okay, well, I'm definitely at you on there. Everybody follow On the Spot Live on IG and YouTube, and let's own the spot. She gonna help us.
Yes. Yay. Thank you, Cam. I'm going to get back in the chat and listen.
All right, thank you, sis.
Okay.
All right, peace. Are you dumb? You still there? Are you dumb? Your mic is
Yeah, I'm
muted.
still here.
All right, there you go. You got any thoughts on anything that you heard or the title, or you just hear it?
I mean,
Well, let me. I'm gonna get back with you. Yeah, it's all good. We just tuning in, listening in. But yeah, based on what On the Spot was saying, you know, just the fact that she's on here, she came on live, suggests to me that her spirit and her action is possibly different because she's actually coming on here and providing value and information that we need, especially this platform and people like myself, headstrong, militant, angry black men that be hurt and complaining sometimes about our sisters. So the fact that she would, come on here in this hostile environment, um, and still try to lace us, that's why I said definitely support the sister. Not saying that she holy, I'm not holy, none of us squeaky clean. We probably got some past relationship BS that we done did, but this is how we, make up for it, so to speak. Because it's a lot of people, a lot of sisters, that know the game. They the ones that's getting the bag, that knows the corporate language, that knows how to do this and do that. Like, we been know that they don't want us nowhere around. Our only, the black male, our only corporate value is filling up prisons or filling up hospitals or filling up cemeteries. That's our value to the slave master. But they want the sisters, so they're going to do all they can to promote and gas up our sisters, and our sisters have to be wise to how they're being used. Okay, take advantage of that, but understand they're playing you. The intention is to gas you up and make you feel like you don't need your man. You need a man. Anybody saying I don't need no man, you're lying. Any sister saying that, you do need a man, but you only saying that because you're supported and propped up by that man, by that former slave master people man, by that corporate man, whoever that CEO is. Even if you're independent, you still relying on your inventory comes from somewhere. Your security comes from somewhere. Your infrastructure comes from somewhere. And we know where that comes from. So that we be wanting to see the sisters like On the Spot that's gonna come, and show that they really know this is warfare and how they trying to play her against us. And she ain't got to do it, you ain't got to do it publicly. You ain't got to blow up you can be a spook that sat by the door and soaking up all the game and get your bread. And I know, baby, they trying to hit me off with this, thinking that I'm a side with them like some Adam and Eve stuff again. But I got you, we gonna help you, what I'm saying, get on your feet and get get your vision or your dream or your business, whether it's trucking, whether it's whatever you do, to where you don't have to rely on them. That's the support that we need. You know what I mean? And you can put something on paper. You can notarize something with you and your boyfriend, your spouse, your baby daddy, or whatever. If you're saying, yeah, I helped him for years, okay, well, you should have put it in writing. You should have got an agreement between you and your baby daddy or your boyfriend. You gave him this much bread. He was supposed to do this with it. And by this amount of time, 9 months, 12 months, 24 months, whatever, that he owes you this back. That way, everything else is transactional. Why wouldn't that be? But us men, we play it the way that we see it. We ain't like Cam, where you're going to actually verbalize and be articulating this and certain warfare. We just, off our little male survival instinct, know that, our sisters is getting gassed up and getting funded and getting propped up and being allowed in this circle and these circles. And we know that. We know for sure they don't want no male, descendant DOS around them unless his little walnuts have been sawed off. That's the only way they want us around. Unless we didn't already clapped. We didn't already got our cheeks clapped. We didn't already, got emasculated. That's the only type they want around them. They want our sisters around them for sure, and they want brothers that's trying to be sisters around them. So we know this. So if our sisters don't know it, then we'll just be poor, but we'll be poor warrior, poor, street warriors. The ones that y'all say, well, you got to make this. Okay, well, we ain't up to your standards. We ain't up to your realistic standards. But when that dollar collapses and when these wars hit and these civil unrest get to popping off, and you need some door-to-door combat soldiers, then you're gonna see the value of how you tripped out. Adolphus, salute. Adolphus got your cash app, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, Adolphus, for the cash app. So that's gonna be the ultimate, gotcha moment. That's gonna be the ultimate chickens coming home to roost when our sisters realize that they were being used this whole time against their own men. They was being fattened up for a different type of slaughter. Same way we see Diddy and other people that was being fattened up for that type of slaughter. Our sisters that been propped up and given all these grants and all these advantages, corporate advantages, all these, they're gonna snatch the rug up under you too after they get what they want. Once they get what they want, which is votes, you know what I'm saying? They doing this because they want their sister girl in the office, because they intend to do the worst that they ever did to us with a sister's face on it. Same thing they did the worst that they ever did to Africa in decades with an Obama's face on it. What they did to Libya, what they did to Gaddafi, what they did with the whole rainbow movement in Africa, what they did in ravaging and pillaging Africa, what they did to the Middle East. They made sure they had an African first black president. My president is black face on it. The plan that they have for women, for our women, is so diabolical. That's why they need a woman. That's why they need that woman. That's why they need her to be black. That's why they need you to identify with her as a sister, ski-wee, aka sister girl, black sister girl. First it was Biden. If you don't vote for me, you're not black. Now her, partner, if you don't vote for me, you're not black or you're not a sister. The sisters outnumber us by 2 million. The sisters spend the most money. The sisters is more emotional spenders and buying into the American dream. Black males ain't never doing that. We know better than that. We ain't doing nothing like that. But now these sensitive, hyper emotional, mental unstable young men that was raised by these single mothers, we on that weirdo stuff now. Now we weird. Now we want to fight and paint our fingernails and vote for, sister girls, thinking that's gonna change something. But the real, authentic, real men, they're not trying to make, they try to make sure nobody hears this. Nobody hears this. We're too possessive. We're too controlling. You know what I'm saying? We're too narcissistic. We too misogynist. No, we too men. We too mannish. We too real mannish. We too standing on our natural authority-ish. So, you about to see, though, in a few weeks, you about to see, after they get what they want from you, you go see. AD.
Hey, what's up, man?
Oh man, you got it.
That's exactly what I was talking about the Adam and Eve. Now you see what the slave master is doing. Everything he's doing is designed to destroy the black family, And that was the whole problem. He was talking about that with the COINTELPRO back in the '60s when the FBI, what Hoover was talking about.
Right.
And see that now you see what the slave masters have been all about from the jump. That's what I was trying to tell you about. What is actually our heritage? You see what I'm saying now?
No.
Because you putting it all together real good, huh?
No, you said. Do I see what you was trying to tell me?
No, you remember when I was talking about the Adam and Eve in
Yeah,
in,
that's
in previous
what I've been
episodes?
talking about.
And that's the same thing I was saying about the slave master. See, when you look back at who created these different parties, one of them was started by slave masters only, and the other one was started by free slaves. And they got the power of media, they got the power of everything.
No matter who started what, who controls them both.
Exactly. But see, we was tricked out of our heritage. See, back in '67 when they came up with these different basically
We
gave
never knew our heritage. We was tricked. We wasn't tricked out of our heritage. We was robbed out of our heritage.
we was also tricked also.
Our mental death didn't start in the '60s, bro.
No, yeah, it started before that, of course.
And why would you say
But
we was tricked out of our heritage in the '60s? We never knew our heritage since we've been here.
yeah, but like I'm saying, during the Civil War, we won. Like when I was telling you about the reparations,
Who
all
was
that,
we
we
fighting for?
won that.
Who was we fighting for? Was we fighting for Africa?
No, in the Civil War, we was fighting for our freedom.
Our freedom?
Yeah.
Did we get free?
Yeah, we did. We won. That's exactly when we won it. So we started saying the black man in
The
America.
black man. So what did we fight with? What weapons did we fight with?
We fought with guns in the Civil War.
So that's not we. That's
The
them.
black people. Black
That's
people.
not,
Black people.
we fought for who? Who did we fight for in
We
the Civil
fought for
War?
the Union Army in the Civil War. That was what
Who's
the
Union Army?
in America.
Whose Union Army? Black people's Union Army?
The American Union Army.
Who is the Americans?
Us, black people.
We're the Americans?
Well, I mean, yeah, we're American, considered as American citizens.
So when did we ever get considered as American citizens? Where did we ever get citizenship?
When we fought in the Civil War. That's the reason why black people. That's the reason. That's the reason why we won the Civil War, because black people entered the Civil War.
Who is we?
See,
who is we? Who is we?
our ancestors. See, our ancestors, which were black people, entered the Civil War. When we fought against Robert E. Lee, when Ulysses S. Grant was the main general on the Civil War side,
yeah, you tripping.
It was because of black people that won that. See, at first it was white people fighting against each other.
You saying we though? You saying we?
Black people.
Black
our
people
ancestors
won that. What did we win?
We won the Civil War.
What did we win?
We won our freedom in the Civil War.
And we're
when
free?
Lincoln. Yeah, when Lincoln was the first Republican president of the United States, it was black people that won that Civil War. When somebody asked you
saying we won freedom, like I could be playing a video game and I won the video game. I won that game. What did I win by winning that game?
You won the right to change laws in the United States of America. That's why black people changed the 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th Amendment.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yes, in the 13th Amendment.
Why don't we have our own territory?
Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
No,
that's how come.
Don't try to tell me. Just tell me.
Well, you remember 40 acres and a mule?
Bro, why don't we have our own land? Why don't we have our own place like Israel?
That's the reason why they assassinated Lincoln, because he gave us 40 acres and a mule.
My question: why don't we have our own separate state and territory like Israel?
Right, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Lincoln authorized that, And that's why he got
Tell me
assassinated.
right now in 2000, you talking about Lincoln? We're in 2024. In 2024, why don't, after all that many years, why don't us black descendants of slaves have our own separate state and territory like Israel?
That's what the 40 acres and the mules about, brother. That's
All right, I can only put up with so much. Yeah, when I ask specific questions and I don't get specific answers, then it's time to move on. 48, President 48, the presidential election is truly about business transaction, nothing else at all from Harris or Trump. The punishment is vote the damn couch if disrespectful behavior from the candidates. Yeah, abstain. Just abstain. I mean, this is just incredible. Like, that's why I don't really dig too much into it, because just to see how emotionally vested our people have become all of a sudden. Like, we wasn't never believing in no damn voting. Like, why do we believe in voting for some presidency? Yeah, you can vote for your city council, you can vote for maybe a mayor in your town or something. Why? When did this happen? When did, whoever you thought was supposed to do something for you in the presidential seat, when did they do it? When, if you descended of slave black person, when did whoever sits in the presidential seat ever do something for you? They use your vote. Black people are like properties on the monopoly board. That's all we are. We're just properties on a monopoly board that the actual players that land on us and buy us. And now they got us on their seat. Now we outnumber the other board. Like, that's our value. We're not the people that actually can go around the board and get paid and buy and sell. And no, we are the properties that they collect. And whoever got the most of us wins that particular game. We are the property, you know what I'm saying? Then you can put hotels on our back. You can put, houses on our back. You can put everything you want to, and then sell us. Then cash us out. Because we are for sale. Man. When has this ever worked? Why would you be insane? Why would we be insane enough to think that this works for us? But like I said, we're emotional. All the emotions in the world didn't change nothing for you, didn't change nothing for us. And the cold part is we all claim to be religious. We claim to believe in God, especially the Christian God, where it clearly tells you separate. Exodus, separate from Pharaoh, separate from the people that enslaved you for 400 years and had you in affliction and bondage and took you overseas into a strange land that's not your own, that you was going to have to be in that condition for 400 years, according to your Bible that you believe in. And after 400 years, then I'm going to send you Elijah. I'm going to send you a Moses and an Aaron, and they're going to wake you up and teach you a new religion, you know what I'm saying, which is against the religion of your former slave masters. And then they're going to see that and start fearing. They're going to fear our rise and our multiplication and fear that, okay, some Moses and Aaron character is waking them up and turning them against our religion. So we fear that, they might join on to an enemy of ours, of our slave masters, and come against us during the time of war. So we got to destroy these males. We got to destroy these youth, these little hitters, these little revolutionaries. All the revolutionary movements that we've been through in the 60s up until now was done by youth, especially male youth. So when the rap game hit, when the art form rap hit, of which I'm a veteran, we knew the influence, that global influence to this day moves everything. They sell everything. They influence everything now with rap. But now they trying to take it off of the males and put it on to the females. Now it's lust, WAP, twerk rap, female rappers. Now they run the show. They the bosses. Now, you know, girls is bosses too. Girls is players too. Girls is PIMPs too. And now we're going to give all the shine to the girls of this mentality. Twerking, tattoos and twerking and fake body parts. Twerking, tattoos, fake hair, fake eyelashes, fake butts, fake boobs. Man, just miserable. Just miserable. So somebody got to say it, right? We wild, can't nobody control me, you know, control. But that man controlling you, that man that, you know, that's writing your check, that corporate CEO, that's senior boss, senior partner, whoever that's allowing you up in them circles, them corporate circles, he controlling you. He's training you. You proud to say he training you. Yeah, I'm in training. I'm training. He's training me for this new position. But let your black man try to tell you he need to train you for to be in a better position with him. Train you to be a better helpmeet for him. What you gonna say? Yeah, we know. That's why all of this has to happen. It has to play out the way that it's playing out. We have to do our Judas and our Jezebel. We have to do all of that. So it's justified when, you know, the judgment hit. When the Reaper season hit, then it's justified. We can't say, you know, we didn't know, or we can't say that, you know, we wasn't informed, or we wasn't aware. You know what it was. Somebody told you that you was doing a deal with the devil. You knew it. You know these same people destroyed your men, destroyed your sons, destroyed your nephews, destroyed your brother, destroyed your fathers, your grandfathers. You know that. But if you can't beat them, join them, right? Can't beat them, join them. You left us unprotected. Yeah, we died. Yeah, we was destroyed, remember? Come, let us deal wisely with them slaves that we had captive for 400 years. Destroy the males. Destroy their males and spare their females, spare and spoil their females. That's why it's a shortage of black males in America. That's why it's not enough males to go around for the single black women that need one. And that's why, you know, so many sisters is upset, disgruntled, disappointed, bitter. You bitter at God, really, because God allowed that. God allowed all of this. We could be bitter at God too, but men are more logical thinking. We just, okay, this is what it is. We got to adapt. We got to adjust. This is the warfare. This is the enemy that's on us. It's the warfare that we born into. All right, well, I guess that's what it is. We got to adjust. We're warriors. We're hitters. We're gang members. We're whatever. Flockers. We're jackers. We just adjust. And when in Rome, we don't got the options. We don't got the options to do luxury things and do this and that. The only option that we're going to get to just be on some luxury stuff is if we go rainbow. If we get our cheeks clapped. You know what I'm saying? If we officially let them see that we don't have our natural manhood testicles. That's the only way we're going to get that access in this world, in this country, I should say. So these people know that. So I just waited out. I waited out until this revolution, until this unrest. I waited out. I've been waiting it out. I've been seeing all my celebrity peers balling out. Now you see the Diddy's and the R. Kellys. You see all of this. You see people ishing bricks, wondering if they gonna get exposed on these tapes, on these freak off party tapes. But the real ones ain't got to worry about that. I'll never have to worry about that. But I've been having to worry about staying alive from the real enemy, and I've been having to stay alive because, you know, my peers that probably did participate in these freak off type situations was gatekeepers and didn't want real ones around. They didn't want the real ones to see the weird shit that they do. So either way, we got left for dead. Either way, I don't care about them. I spent my life caring about them, but once they crucify you, then how can you care about them? You know what I'm saying? I can say, Father, forgive them. They know not what they do. But once I know they do know what they do, it's F them. It's F them. All right. I give up the ghost. But you see me again, I'm going to have a sword. You know what I'm saying? Dripping with blood. And I'm going to have power and authority. And we not coming to talk and play and forgive and none of that. So I represent that group. I'm not saying I'm one of them, but I'm a spokesman. I'm a spokesman for them. So I'll speak for them until they get here. And then I'll teach my sons and daughters and brothers and whatever the reality of that. It's wartime. It's not playtime. It's not party time. It's not fun time. It's wartime. Y'all scared of war, scared of your enemy. Ninjas are scared of revolution. That's all revolution means is struggle, righteous, holy struggle. So I'm proud. You know what I'm saying? I'm honored. I'm honored to be representing this. I don't know. Shit, I was a child. I'm a little boy trapped in a warrior body because I had to be one. I would love to have the life that everybody enjoy, or be able to travel the world and see this and have that as my life experience. That ain't my life experience. My life experience is war and loss and pain. But it's not just that. But I know who my real enemy is. So those that I know is my friends and my allies and my brothers and my sisters. Oh yeah, we party it up. We love, you know, the peace among the like-minded is like no other. The brotherhood and sisterhood among us is like no other. That make it all worthwhile. But I'm not moved by no fake. You know, my president is black. My president is a woman, and Trump or Biden, or Harris. That's crazy, boy. It's crazy. But Kamala Harris and Biden, and we saying Harris because Biden ain't showing up. Biden is he all the way in full weekend in Bernie mode. You're not going to be hearing nothing from Biden, right? So you only got to hear from Harris. So she got to come out to the podium and say, we giving $750 to Hurricane Helene victims. You ain't even hearing Biden say that. She's saying that. So I expect such, this is my personal opinion, I expect to see such voter fraud, this at a unmatched level. You're gonna see such a voter fraud, or you're gonna see such a war or something break out to where it ain't even gonna be an election, because they cannot afford. You see, they try to delete Trump twice in 60 days. They cannot afford. I'm talking about the Satans, the top Satans, the ones that's in power right now. That's backing up Biden and Harris. I'm not saying Biden and Harris is the top Satans. No, they're the top puppets with the Satan hands up they rectum. But the top Satans that's puppeting them, they absolutely cannot allow Trump. So that's why that's one of the reasons I would want Trump to win, not because I think he loves black people, but I know he gonna kick it all the way off. He gonna kick the Satan cast out Satan war all the way off. That's why I would want him to win. But y'all believe in America. Y'all believe that everything gonna be okay. Y'all believe in the American dream. America's gonna be great for you. So we totally is in opposing beliefs and viewpoints. Any of y'all that believe in voting for the presidency, I'm totally against you. Totally against that belief. The only value in it is, and it already happened, like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad told Minister Farrakhan back in the day in the 60s or something, during the civil rights movement. He asked Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Minister Farrakhan asked him, "Dear Holy Apostle, is there any value in the civil rights movement?" And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad told him, "Yeah, when it fails. When it fails. That's the value of it. is going to fail so miserably, then you're not going to have no other alternative. When all else fails, you're going to have to do this, or you're going to be deleted. You're not going to survive. Voting is going to fail. It always has, and it always will. Us. It don't fail them. It's their game. It's their monopoly board. We're the properties that you land on and buy and gather up the majority of the property. So whoever the other opponent, is on the monopoly board, they win them with our votes, with our numbers. But shit, we're the property. We're not the owners of the property. We are the property they own. Yeah. But y'all see, this is revelation. This is not black nationalism. This is not Pan-Africanism. This is not politics. This is divine prophecy. This is divine spiritual God business. God in flesh, not the spooky mystery ghost God. No, God in the flesh, the true and living God in the flesh. That's this business. There is no success. There is no salvation and no presidency and no program of the United States. There is none. I'm not saying don't get your money and, do what you do and prepare for the worst and try to convert and try to, get as many dollars you can and get land or convert it into gold and silver. Do all of that. But know that this is not permanent. This is not permanent. We will have to leave one way or the other. We will have to leave this location because what's coming here is going to ruin the infrastructure here. If we don't have relationships in other countries, whether it's among our own people in Africa or South America, Central America, or Middle East, or we're going to have to become dual citizens. We're going to have to, what I'm saying, because it's going to get terrible here. Same way that you see stuff is going on in the Middle East, in Africa, and in Afghanistan, all of, Israel, Iran, Russia, Ukraine, all of that's coming here. We've been protected. This has been a divinely protected country. And that's because we are here, the descendants of slaves. It's not a political issue. This is a God spiritual issue. The people of God, the chosen people of God issue. It's the only reason this place ain't been nuked, that ain't been bombed or whatever. They claim 9/11 was that, if y'all believe that. Got some beachfront property on the moon to sell you with a balcony and a view of the beach. If you believe that what happened on 9/11 was Arabs or some other stuff, but it's my personal viewpoint. We believe in all the propaganda. We believe in all of the conspiracy. We're not looking into Operation Northwoods. We're not looking at none of the provable operations of this satanic people that has captured us and done what they done to us for the last 470 years here. And we actually believe that this system is for us. We can make it work. We can fix it from the inside. We can fix Satan from the inside. Yeah, just crawl up his rectum. You know what I'm saying? Become one with the beast. You know what I'm saying? Right. Right, young Creep, just like the Roman Empire and every other empire. That's why this is called Mystery Babylon. This is Babylon. This is ancient Egypt. This is ancient Rome. This is Sodom and Gomorrah, all put together. All put together. And we are the people of God. You know what I'm saying? The sheep, the lost sheep of God. lost in the house of Israel. We are not the Israel. Israel is Jacob. Israel is the mother people. We are in the house of Israel, captives in the house of Israel. And speaking of Israel, like I said, since they named it that, that's a biblical thing, right? That's not a politics. That whole thing that they claiming that we've been supporting for the last 76 years, paying billions and probably trillions of dollars to since 1945, 6 or 47, 48. It's called Israel. They called it Israel, right? That's the name of Jacob right before he wrestled with the angel, right after he wrestled with the angel. And his name was changed to what? Israel. So they claiming biblical prophecy. They claiming biblical ownership as though they're the righteous people of God. They're the people of God. They're the ones that was enslaved for 400 years in a strange land overseas. That never happened to them, right? But we're not banging on Kamala Imhoff. We're not banging on her about her husband and what she giving, how many billions of American descendant of slave tax dollars she giving to Imhoff, her husband's people, using our birthright, but using our identity. We're not mad at her, right? We mad at Trump. All right. We shall see. We'll see how that works out. We'll see how that works out. Yep. Here's the link. You know, I love disagreeers. Anybody that disagree, there's the link. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? You there?
Yeah, I'm here with you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I need you to speak though. You know, can't have dead air. So what you think?
I got you. I mean, when it come down to the title that you have, I mean, it's the same. It's the same thing. I mean, what happened. Well, I look at it like this. They're doing that for a reason. It's not her doing. It's their doing to her,
Right.
and they doing it for a reason.
Who is they?
Well,
No, I don't.
the
I mean, I
Democrats.
do, but I want
The
to. I want to hear from you.
Democrats.
Huh?
The Democrats.
The
You know what I'm
Democrats?
saying, or whatever. So,
No. Let's because this is what we need to know. So, is it the Democrats that's doing it?
of course.
Who is behind the Democrats?
I mean, it's a lot of people that's really behind that. It's the whole party. They all play a significant role.
Who are the main owners and controllers of industry, of media, of money? Is it the Democrats or is it somebody that's behind the Democrats?
It could be all of that.
All right, brother. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm on here, and my track record as a Nation of Islam, Fruit of Islam soldier, and rap artist for the past 33, 34 years. My very first album in 1993 was called Never Again. Anybody that knows about me or knows about that, you can do the little fact search. Never Again. Do y'all know where I got that title? I was 20 years old, 2021 or something like that. Never Again. Right? Never Again. And I had the title track is Lift Every Voice and Sing. Now we're gonna lift every fist and swing. It's another little bar. Sorry, Israel. But I'm fresh out of tears. Because Lynch that ninja still ringing in my ears. I want freedom, justice, equality, Islam. So it's hard to keep calm when I'm accused of being racist for loving my people first. Now they want to put me in a hearse, but black people never made white slaves. And we was too loving to put Jews in an oven, right? So anyway, I was on that way back then. So if I wasn't scared to say the specific people in a specific group way back then, and of course I haven't been scared to say it for the last 30 years, and God has used me to inspire your favorite rappers to say the same. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying all that to say, now in 2024, if I ask you something directly and you dancing around the topic, or you stuttering, or you not just saying exactly what it is, then I can't really allow this. This is not the place. This is not the grade level for you. This is not the grade level channel podcast or whatever for you. Because we raw and uncut. We right at it. We go right to it. No stuttering, no backstory. I don't want to hear no backstory. I don't got no time for none of that. Right at it. And if you can't identify who it is, then this ain't the place for you. This ain't the place for you. Maybe one of the other shows that come on this channel. Matter of fact, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Digital Soapbox Network, because it's not just Cam. You know what I'm saying? I'm on every night, every weeknight from 7 to maybe 9-ish, maybe 2 hours on West Coast time, or 10 to 12. But it gets potent. We get right to it over here on this Campaign Trail podcast. So it's controversial. It could you can get under your skin, and I might get you in your feelings, but I'm gonna get you in your brain too. I'm gonna get you to thinking. It's gonna be thought provoking. I can't worry about how you feel about it. Nobody has ever worried about how the black man feels. You know what I'm saying? Not just till recently, to these hyper emotional, sensitive, single parent, single mother raised black males that we have now, that females is complaining so much about. But my generation and before, like we know nobody don't care about our feelings. Nobody care what we going through. We've been alone, we've been lonely, we've been suffering, we've been dying alone, all that. So that is nothing. But once one of us get a microphone, you thought Kevin Samuels was bad, rest in peace. He, maybe he was or whatever, but Kevin Samuels don't have the track record or the qualifications, and but he definitely was used to open the door and show those of us that have real soldier manhood, husband, street, whatever qualifications, that we could verbalize our pain. You know what I'm saying? We could speak our pain. This is the campaign trail. So like the Bible said, the God, which is a he said, I have for a long time held my peace. For a long time, these black men have held their peace and refrained ourselves. But now, for whatever reason, whatever time we done arrived at, now will I cry out like a woman, like the women been doing. The women been crying out like a woman in labor, because we definitely been in labor, and destroy and devour at once. So we ain't just crying just to be crying. We crying with a double-edged sword, because we cutting down all the BS, all the lies, all the cheating, all the technology, all the flossing, all the finessing, all the betraying, all the devices. We going right at it. So if you can't handle hearing direct, sharp cutting truth, this ain't the place for you. I'm not the brother for you. But it's just like, I'm like having a champion UKC purple ribbon pit bull. I'm either your worst enemy, your worst nightmare, or your best friend. If that pit bull is on your side and is wagging his tail at you, like you walking with your chest out, like, man, I got that one. You know what I'm saying? But if you got another little dog, and this is the one you gotta let yours roll against, yeah, you might want to. Gooch the Great, what's up with you, Gooch? What you doing, man? You want to hop on here for a second? Because I'm gonna get off of here anyway. I've been on here an hour and 20 minutes. But hop on here, Gooch, if you still here, man. Say a little something. Loud pack, yeah, right. Black man of America has no friends in the workplace, no friends in this world, in this country, other than other black men. Other black men, we had friends in our women were our friends in the 60s and maybe at the end of the 60s going into the 70s. But once that J. Edgar Hoover plan, once they start offering that new forbidden fruit to our sisters, they sold us out. I ain't saying all of them, but we can go outside and look at the majority of the choices, the societal choices that our people make. Right? If nobody can tell you none, it's your body, your choice, and you choosing to open your legs to dudes that you say is no good. He's a dog. He's no good. He ain't doing. Why did you open your legs to him? He didn't RAPE you. So now it's 500,000, 500,000 abortions by our women alone each year. So that which equals up to 30 million since 1973. 30 million of us, our own women, have deleted the innocent, precious, holy, unborn children. So is it just the men that's monsters? Is it us? You tried to help us. You can help me by having my. I ain't gonna go there, but yeah. So once it's our time, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. It's what you like until the black man get the mic. It's what you like until the brother get the mic. Once the black man get the mic and get to telling his truth and his reality, oh no, you too bitter, you too angry, you too this, you misogynistic, you too possessive, you too controlling, you too this. Like, wow, okay. And then once you think you can wear these man pants, no, I'm independent. Okay, try that on. Try these pants on for about 2 years. Try to be that independent, tough boss chick for about 2 or 3 good years. And come back and what you're saying, it's too hard. It's too hard. I'm tired of this. I don't want to be independent. I don't want to be strong. Women are crazy. These females, yeah, I know. This is what we had to deal with our whole life. This is what we was raised by. And then we have to go try to have a baby with. Then we got to try to raise children from these mentalities. Yeah, okay. What these LGBT, what these lesbian sisters going through right now? Yeah, them be your best friend. Them be the black man's best friend after they be in a relationship with one of them for long enough. They're gonna be like, man, it just ain't it, but cheating, abusers, liars. Like, man, please, Gooch the Great.
Hey, what's up, brother Cam? How you doing,
Hey,
bro?
man, am I venting enough?
Oh man, no, you're doing good, man. You know what? I've been missing you for the past couple of days. You've been coming on at different times.
No, I missed a couple of days because I was doing family thing with wife, because this is my youngest daughter's birthday month and my birthday month. So
okay.
And the October 16th, we preparing for a lot of stuff. So October 7th is Honorable Elijah Muhammad's birth anniversary. Then October 16th or 13th through the 15th is the celebration for the Atonement Day, because October 16th is Atonement Day. My daughter's birthday is the 11th. My birthday is the 24th. So
I'm busy. Yeah, this is
we just trying to get some stuff set up.
Yeah. Did I miss something? Because when I came in right now, did you have someone on tonight and they were rambling? What happened? What did I miss?
Yeah. Hang on 1 second. 817. Man, is this the first? Is your first time on here with us? 817. You was on here before with me, right?
817.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Yeah, I just wondering, could you hear me? Yeah, I've been on here before.
Yeah. All right.
What's happening with you, Cam?
Oh man, good to see you finally get back on.
Right on.
What's your thoughts?
I just was popping on for a minute. I know you said you was getting ready to get off of here, but
no, I hang on. If y'all hop on, I'll hang on for a couple of minutes.
Right on. Yeah.
Is it something you want to talk
what
about?
what's the what? Well, I know Cam. He be trying to invite people on. Last time he kind of kicked me out prematurely. I thought so. I kind of fell back. You know what I'm saying?
Is it something you want to talk about?
Yeah, let's talk about whatever we disagreed on.
Well, would you add the last time I was on? We were talking about. I was trying to talk about how the nation got came with. Well, first you had said that that Elijah Muhammad was responsible for the Hebrew Israelite movement, and then that's why I came on, because I was trying to tell you that the Hebrew Israelite movement predates Elijah Muhammad. Remember?
Oh, it's gonna get good. Let me sit back. Y'all
remember we was having that conversation?
Right. So, for the record, are you Hebrew Israelite?
No, I'm a Pan-African.
What the?
So how do you know? Why would you say that?
No, because the other day when I came, well, it was about 2-3 weeks ago, when you were on the mic and you were saying if it wasn't for Elijah Muhammad,
right,
the Hebrew Israelites movement would have never happened. So I was like, that's some misinformation. And
that's
I
actually
said something, and then you told me to come on. Then you told me to come on, and then I came on, and then we started to have a dialogue. And then you asked me a question about who's the God of Abraham or something. I don't know what you said.
No,
and then I said,
who's the God of the Hebrew Israelites? Hold on.
And then you kicked me out.
I said who's the God of the Hebrew Israelites? If you claiming, if you claiming that you represent the
I'm not a Hebrew
Israelite origin, like the origin versus the NOI or Elijah Muhammad's teachings origins, who is the God of the Hebrew Israelites and who is they Moses and they Aaron? The Black Hebrew Israelites of America.
But see, this is what the problem is, Cam. I don't believe in none of that.
Just answer the question. You don't have to believe in nothing.
But what I'm saying, you asked me to tell you who's the God of Abraham, but that's fiction.
I didn't say the God of Abraham. I didn't say the God of Abraham. I said the God of the Hebrew Israelites.
So I don't believe in none of it.
I didn't say you believe in the Hebrew Israelites.
Okay, hold on, 817. I know how to do
I don't believe in the Hebrew Israelites. I don't.
Hold on.
Well, I mean,
that's what slow down.
You think I'm a Hebrew or something? I'm not.
Okay, no. Slow down. Okay. I know how to handle this. Me and Cam have done this for a long time. So if you say that that's a non-truth that my brother Cam spoke, tell us the truth then.
Well, the truth is that the Hebrew Israelites in America predate the birth of Elijah Muhammad. And in the internet age, we can just simply pull that up. He knows that.
No, I don't want to pull it up. I want you to teach us. You have the platform. Go ahead.
Well, it's not really about teaching. It's just about some facts. I wasn't trying to call the brother Cam out. I'm just saying that that's not.
Okay, listen. If you come on a platform and tell someone that what they said isn't true, you should be able to negate that by telling us the truth, right?
Right. So what do you want? You want me to pull up the origins of the Hebrew Israelites in America?
I want you to. I can do that. Okay. I want you to prove what you're saying is fact. If you can do that, we're just here to listen.
Okay. So for me to be able to prove that, I would have to know the birth of when Elijah Muhammad was born.
Okay. So if you don't know that information already, how can you say what he's saying isn't true?
Because I'm telling you that I already know this, but I don't know.
So if you already know this,
we're just having a conversation. If you want me to listen, one second.
If you already know the information, why can't you state it? Like I know my name is Lamont, right? I don't have to Google what my name is because I know my name is Lamont, right? Facts?
Yes.
Okay, so if you already know some information, you don't have to look it up.
Well, if you're asking for precise dating, then I think I would have to look it up. But I'm telling you that I already know that the Hebrew
my
Israelites predate the birth of Elijah Muhammad.
Okay, so prove it.
I can prove. Well, just give me 1 second while you and Cam dialogue. Only thing I have to do is just go. We're in the computer age. Only thing I have to do is just
not
go.
The argument. That wasn't the argument.
Okay. See, that's what I'm saying.
That
Okay,
wasn't.
now go ahead,
that wasn't even an argument. So what was my claim? What was my claim? What was my original claim that you said was incorrect?
Okay. So about 2 weeks ago, I was listening to the show, and you stated that if it wasn't for Elijah Muhammad, the Hebrew Israelites would not even exist. I said that the Hebrew Israelites predate Elijah Muhammad. You invited me to come on the panel.
Right. So what is the beliefs of the Hebrew Israelites? Why do they believe that why do they believe that they're Hebrew Israelites?
Because of somebody indoctrinated them with the Hebrew Israelite history from Kansas.
Hold on, yeah.
So the Hebrew, this is how this works, Cam. If you want me to prove, instead of just I can take a chill pill. I can go. This is the internet age. It's not going to take that long. I can look up when the Hebrew and put it on the screen.
You should have been.
But no, I didn't know that we was going to start. I didn't know we was going to start.
Well, I asked you what you wanted to talk about.
You asked me what did we disagree about. Now it's nothing for me to prove this, right? Because
you should have been proved it. But we talking about what exactly as you proven.
I will stop talking, and I will.
Yeah. We talking about exactly what they believe, right? So if the Hebrew Israelites believe in that they're Hebrew Israelites, that means that they have to believe in the story of the Bible and how they are specific characters of the story of the Bible, right? So if they believe that they're Hebrew Israelites, or they fulfill the descendants of slaves, then they would have to identify who their Moses and their Aaron and their God is. If they say, okay, we're the slaves, we're the descendants of slaves, then who is their Moses and their Aaron? Can you answer that for me? You got to unmute your mic.
No, hold on. Right now.
If you don't answer the question that I just asked you, then I'm gonna kick you off, like I did last time.
No, don't kick him off yet. I need more of this.
I mean, it's a waste of time. It's wasting my time.
Unmute your mic, brother. 817.
He's trying to answer whatever he want to answer instead of answering my question.
I can't. No. What I'm saying is,
can you answer my question that I just asked?
You guys asked me to do.
Can you answer the question I just asked?
Well, y'all asking a bunch. You're asking a bunch of questions. First, y'all asked me to prove.
Scratch all the questions. Scratch everybody else's question. Scratch everybody else's question.
I went and looked that up.
Everybody else's question.
Now y'all want me to answer something else. So this.
That's why he's on mute.
Cam, I need this in my system,
you
please.
Need it?
I need it. Okay, 817. Let's hear the answer, brother. $817.
Hold on. Okay. My mic is unmuted because Cam's muting my mic, so when I'm talking, I don't know if y'all can hear me. So the Hebrew Israelites. Let me read it. It says the history of the Hebrew Israelites. The origins of the Black Hebrew Israelites movement are founded by Frank Cherry and William Saunders Crowdy, who both claim to have that they have revelations in which they believe that God told them that African Americans descended from the Hebrews in the Christian Bible. Cherry established the Church of Living God and pillar ground of truth of all in 1886. So now let me ask Cam, when was Elijah Muhammad born?
In 1897. Who is the God?
That means,
who is the God?
Hold on. So that means
Who is the Moses
So
and the
that
Aaron
means
of the Hebrew Israelites? Who is the Moses and the Aaron of the Hebrew Israelite nation of 18, whoever you just said?
that's what I'm saying. You keep muting my mic.
Yeah, because you're talking when I'm talking.
Know
You talking when I'm talking.
No, but
You talking when I'm
let me
talking.
stop
So
talking.
yeah, well, just stop talking and answer the question. So literally what I just said, you said 18 something, I said 1897, right? So now we're talking about what a Hebrew Israelite even is, right? I can believe in all kind of stuff. I can believe in Jehovah's Witness. I can believe I'm a Muslim. It was Muslims here before Elijah Muhammad, right? So who is the God that this is organization that you're talking about? Who is the God of the Hebrew Israelites? Who is the Moses and the Aaron? Because that's what makes them Hebrew Israelites, because they have a God in person that met Moses face to face, and they have an Aaron. They have a God that got flesh and blood face. They got a Moses and an Aaron. Who is their God, Moses, and their Aaron? Your turn.
I don't know what this has to do with the chronology of what you was saying, but I guess you're talking about Abraham. Is that right? I mean, like, what do you want me to do?
Did you hear me
Abraham,
say Abraham
doesn't even exist. That's fiction.
Bruh. Did I say Abraham at all? Did I say the name Abraham at all?
I don't know.
Beat it. That's why.
No. I wanted to.
You want me to answer about some fiction? Like what am I supposed to do?
No, listen. This is what Brother Cam is saying. Being that you don't know what you're talking about, then what you're saying can also hold on, because you're not experienced or qualified to speak on them. What you're saying could be fiction because you don't know, right?
It's not that I don't know. I just showed y'all where they got it from. It's in 1886.
Listen, being that you had to go look it up is a definition of you not knowing. If you knew, you would just spit it, right? For example,
it does not matter.
No, hold on.
No. What I wanted to do was give you the exact names of the people.
Brother, please let me work with you. What city are you dialing in from?
I'm from Fort Worth.
Fort Worth, right? And what state would that belong to? Texas, right?
Correct.
You see how we didn't have to Google that because we knew that, right?
Yeah.
Because you represent Texas. You from Fort Worth, right?
Okay, but you asked me was it Texas? So to clarify, I don't know if you knew it was in Fort Worth, but yeah, that's
right. What I'm saying is, you see how you didn't have to Google if Fort Worth was in Texas?
Yeah, but this is my history. We're talking about something that happened before me and you both was born.
Right, but if you don't know the history, how can you speak on it?
Because I've read the history of how Hebrew Israelites came to be. But me knowing the exact date, I would have to go and look at that. I'm not going to remember the exact. That's why I went and looked it up. And then it says that they predate Elijah Muhammad. I wasn't lying.
When's your mom's birthday?
She's born one day before me, so I know. She's born the 28th. I'm born the 29th.
Right. So you weren't born when your mom was born, but yet you know her birthday.
But I don't know when my great-great-great-grandma's birthday is.
Yes. Thank you. See how you said great?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I don't know about the Hebrew Israelites in the 1800s, so you have to go look it up.
So, but see, usually when people speak up for something, they have knowledge of it.
Well, I had knowledge that the Hebrew Israelites predate Elijah Muhammad. And was I wrong? Y'all should tell me when I'm wrong.
Hold on, I'm going to let Cam talk to you. I'll be back.
You on mute, Cam. You on mute. I can't hear you.
Unmute yourself, Cam.
1 2 1 2. You hear me?
Okay, yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I said so. Yeah, this is what we're trying to establish. Do you agree that Islam existed in America before Elijah Muhammad?
Probably so, yes.
Probably so, right? Mm-hmm. But why aren't we Muslim? Why didn't it affect us?
You saying why aren't we Muslim? What do you
mean?
Why
are we Christians? Why didn't, even though Islam existed in America, right, before Elijah Muhammad, why weren't the descendants of slaves Muslims? Why were we Christians?
Okay, now I hope you ain't
just answer the question.
I hope you ain't gonna mute my mic and all that. But
just answer the question.
basically, from what I know, Cam, Europeans stopped Africans from having any type of contact with literary text, so therefore they wouldn't let us read or identify with who we may have been before we got here. So is that a sufficient enough answer?
Yes, definitely. So Hebrew Israelite. So just like I'm saying, Honorable Elijah Muhammad did not invent or create or was not the first Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
The effect that Elijah Muhammad had with his Islam on us, descendants of slaves, is where we start time at. This is where we start clocking time of us being Muslims, right? So the Hebrew Israelite nation, have you heard of them? Was they making any noise? Was they moving anything before Elijah Muhammad?
Well, to be honest with you, no. Not here in Texas because I'm in the South, but in New York, definitely.
They definitely what?
They were doing the same things that
For Elijah Muhammad.
In New York.
Absolutely.
You know, on the East Coast.
Absolutely.
And you know, you can get Captain Tazoriak and them when they can run. I'm not a Hebrew. I'm not here and I'm definitely not here to defend anything that's Abrahamic. That's not me.
I don't know why you keep saying Abrahamic. We're talking about Hebrew Israelite. We're talking about the key character in the Hebrew Israelite is the 400-year slave. That's how they identify themselves. Do you know that? You know that that's how the Black Hebrew Israelite.
Cam, like you can't keep making me believe what they believe.
Stop talking. Stop talking. I don't know why, what reason that emotionally this triggers you to where you can't allow me to. I don't care what you believe. I'm saying what this definition is. I don't care what you believe. Can you agree that the story is about the descendants of slaves and the Hebrew to be identified as a Hebrew Israelite in this specific context? You have to be identified by fulfilling the character of the 400-year slaves, the people that was brought overseas according to the Bible, which was a prophecy that was allegedly gave to Abraham, but it was about Moses. It was in the time of Moses and Aaron. This was not in the time of Abraham, right? So are you familiar with that story?
Yes.
So I don't care what you believe, but you're familiar with that story. Just like, you know, you read something about the Hebrew Israelites. I read something about dinosaurs. I read something about aliens. I read something about anything, but we're just talking about what this is specifically supposedly describing. So the Hebrew Israelites, right, the black ones, the very reason they call themselves Hebrew Israelites is because they identified themselves as those people that the Bible is talking about, that was enslaved for 400 years, that was brought overseas to a strange land that was not their own and afflicted in bondage for 400 years. Are you aware that that's how they identify themselves?
Yes.
So if they identify themselves specifically, then they also have to identify the three most important characters before themselves, which is the God, the Moses, and the Aaron. That's the God of the children of Israel, or the Hebrew Israelites. That's the Moses, the prophet of the Hebrew Israelites, and that's the second brother. So you can't claim to be that if you can't identify the characters. So I'm asking you, who was the characters? Who was the most important characters?
Well, I'm not a Hebrew.
But you know enough about what you just said. You don't got to be a Hebrew. Do you know how to study that? Do you know how to go find out who they say their God and their Moses and Aaron is? You got to believe in it.
I'm not into religious. I'm into history.
I'll be back.
Okay, but listen to what I'm saying, though. I'm not a religious person. I'm a historian. So I don't look at stuff from a religious aspect. I look to see what's true. Just like I know that Islam doesn't come into existence until 635 AD. I know that Christianity doesn't. So that's the only thing I'm concerned with. What's the truth? I'm not concerned
let me stop.
Oh,
Let me stop.
no,
Let me
I got him with this one.
No, let me like get because he mentioned Islam, right?
Okay.
What does Islam mean?
To you asked me that the last time to have the will of Allah, to obey the will of Allah. It's just a religion.
obey. So how old is the word Allah? How old is Allah?
Not sure, but it comes along with
With stop.
the Arab.
How do you? So what date did you say Islam came into being? With 6 what?
Well, 630ish AD.
So is the word Allah older than 630 AD?
I'm not sure, but I know it ain't. I know it ain't 2000. I know it ain't 2,000 years before that.
Okay.
How do you know? Hold on.
I know it doesn't exist when Africans was writing 2,000 years before that, because I know there's no. You can only.
How do you know?
Is what's documented, Cam.
How do you know?
Because it's not. It's documented.
So you studied all the history.
Place on Earth.
You studied all the history.
Written history, yes.
You studied all written history. Yes. You studied all written history.
That's what we do. We're all studying written history. Everything else.
No. I said you studied all the written history.
About history.
You studied all the written history.
I studied from a chronological, from a basic chronological. See, it seems like you on some type of. From a basic chronological perspective, I try to understand what came first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Do I know everything that happens in every religion? No, but I know by the time frame that Christianity comes into existence around 300 and something BCE. I know Christianity. I know that Christianity it starts to come into existence around 360 BCE.
So when is Islam
Islam comes into existence at 630 something AD. The Moors come into existence at 711 AD.
Do you believe in any God?
What I believe is in ancestral
do you believe in any God? Do you believe in any
veneration?
What the hell is that?
I believe in ancestral. I'm answering the question, and I believe in ancestral veneration. Worshiping my ancestors. The people that died before me is who I worship. That's who I worship. My grandmother, my mother,
who created the heavens and the earth? Who created the heavens and the earth to you?
Well, I think that would be a Christian concept, or maybe
who created
but
creation,
Africans
bro?
Created a concept of
who
a
created
creation concept would probably come from there. It would come from based on if you're asking me questions.
I gotta just take a break, Goop.
No. I have a question for him.
All right. Well, you asked me a question.
No, brother. Because I believe in you. So I believe in you. So look, listen, because you brought up 635 AD, I believe, right?
630 is AD for Islam.
Okay. Do you know what AD stands for?
Y'all know this, right?
Hold on.
Y'all do know this, right?
You keep talking, bro. I'm gonna mute you. Let me
hold on. Do you know what AD stands for?
I muted him because you got.
No. I'm muting. This is important.
Man, I can't take this. I can't.
Okay, just give me 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
All right,
brother 817. No, brother 817. Oh,
he said, "Stick yourself, pretty Tony, because I can't do that." You know,
the bad guy.
Yeah, man, I can't do that.
I find it crazy that someone would come on and defend something they know absolutely nothing about.
But and then run their mouth and be loud about it. So when you're trying to actually, anything that make me have to amp up my volume, I'm not with it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that gets me out of my zone, out of my comfort zone, or whatever. Or not in my comfort zone, just my calm zone. You get me out of my calm zone because you running your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Then I can't do it.
Okay, that's respectable. I'll go for that. I can't do anything but respect that. It's just a little role reversal. You became the bad guy.
But we can recap or post cap, like so. if he claiming, like I said, what is Islam, and he claiming that Islam means submission to God. Okay, do you believe in a God? Okay, I believe in my ancestors. Do you submit to your ancestors? How long has submission to your ancestors existed? Was it before 680, whatever the hell you just said? Yeah, okay, that means Islam is before whatever the hell you just said, because that
Hold on,
means
shake my head. 817, give me 30 seconds. Come right back in. Cam can't really take you. Just give me 30 seconds because I want to.
I'll let you talk to Gooch. You talk to Gooch.
Yeah.
I
watch this. I'm great at what I do. 817, can you call back in, please, Fort Worth? Cam is gonna let me talk to you for about 30 seconds to a minute. It's very important what I have to ask you. So I'm kind of knowledgeable in things like this. So please hit the button, and I have a question for you. And just to kind of tell me where we stand on this. Did he come back?
No, I just had to repost the link.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. I'm out. I'll be back.
Okay. Welcome back,
Man,
brother. How you doing? I'm Gucci Great.
Hold up, your name is
here's
Gooch?
my question. Yeah.
Hold on, let me mute my other mic. Hold on a second.
Please do. Now I'm about to ask you a very serious question.
Please,
I'm not
brother.
here being you. I want you to shine. You said 635 AD, right?
Listen.
Or 630-ish.
630-ish. It's early. It's between 630. It's between 630 and 635. If you want me to be specific, I can stop right now and go and look it up. Okay.
No, hold on. Slow down. Do you know what AD stands for?
Anton the Danini. I'm not, whatever that means. I'm in America. I don't know what it's Anton Danini, but it means like after our Lord Jesus Christ was born. But that's what
it stands for Anno Domini, which means the year of our Lord.
I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce it. But
yeah, I do.
Okay.
So it's Anno Domini, not after death, Anno Domini, which means the year of our Lord. Right? So that means he was present at that particular time. Right?
Okay, now. Did I just say that?
No, you didn't.
Okay, did I say Anto? I said the exact, but without being able to say it, I said Anto Danini, which is the A and a D. I just don't know how to pronounce it.
I know, but listen, if we were on the Wheel of Fortune, there was one letter left, and you said it wrong, and I said it correctly. You didn't win because you thought that's what it was. I would win because I said it correctly, right?
You win. Go ahead.
I know. Okay, there we go. See, here's the thing. In today's times, we get our ego is so up that we think it's wrong to be ignorant to something or not know how to say. All you have to do is say, well, Gooch, man, I don't know how to say it. I think it's...
That's what I said.
Huh?
But remember, that's what I said. I said Anto Danini. I said, I don't know how to say it, but it's Anto Danini. You said what it means. And I said, after our Lord, I said everything you said, but go ahead.
Okay, so what Cam is saying is, when you come on the platform, which we'd love for you to do, because it takes a lot of guts to come up here. Trust me, it's not easy dealing with Cam. I've known him 30 years, 35 years, and it's still hard on me, right? Just try to answer the questions directly. It makes it go a lot smoother. And in return, if you have a question for him, he'll answer it. Okay?
Right. But what I'm saying, Goose, just check it out, though. When I said what I just said, I answered your questions correctly. I just don't know how to pronounce it, right?
Right, but do you understand how not knowing how to pronounce something is incorrect?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, there we go. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, so but do you understand that I did understand that what it was Anto Danini. This is how I'm saying it. I'm still saying it properly wrong right now. And that it meant something about our Lord and Savior after Jesus Christ was born. That's what I said. I'm not a stickler for the details of false history. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Because Africans started keeping their time way before 2014.
Okay.
So I'm not, but I know the basic of what I need to know that we have been given the wrong information as a people. And our history starts before 711 AD. Our history starts before 635 AD. Our history starts before 1 AD. We have a history that goes back far before these people even got involved. That's where I'm at.
Now, I'm telling you this, and that we're all men. The only thing that counts, the only thing I know that counts when it comes close is a hand grenade. other than
Right.
that, we have to be precise. Okay. I'm gonna
Yeah,
let
that
you
was
talk
a
to
good
Cam.
one.
I'm gonna drop out. Y'all do y'all thing. I'll be right back.
All right, let's set some conversation rules. So I'm gonna speak for 30 seconds unless I ask you something, and just don't interrupt me, and I won't interrupt you. So let me speak, and then I'll let you speak. So you say you believe in the ancestors. Do they teach you? Do you obey them? Do you submit to anything? Like what? How do you worship the ancestors? Do you not submit to the ancestors that you believe in?
Well, based on what I'm saying, ancestral veneration is all of our ancestors that came before us. This we call Africans or African Americans, right? All of us have the same plight. When I can only get the information of the ancestors that I came into contact with. So my grandmother and the ones that I was into contact with, they gave me the wisdom that I have today to be able to know who we are. Oh, well, let me just not say nothing.
I asked you a specific question. The word Islam that you disagree with, you say Islam just started in 6 something AD, but Islam means submit to the will of God, whoever your God is. So you are saying that submission to the will of whatever God, whether it's the ancestors God, whether it's the Islam God or the Hindu God or the Jewish God, that all just started 6 something AD. That's what you're saying, right?
Based on documented history, yes.
So how long does your veneration belief go back? How far back does that go?
Well, Africans started that process of ancestral veneration before Arabs or Europeans even came into contact with Africa.
So give me a roundabout number.
Well, you can go back as far as history is, as far as writing, which would be maybe what you want to go 3200 BC.
Okay,
That's
so they was venerating the ancestors back then, right?
right.
And venerate means what?
To worship, to hold in high regard, to
Submit,
remember,
to submit to,
those type of things, to remember. I
to
mean,
submit to.
That's something. I mean, if you want to say, how can you submit to something that's gone?
Well, how can you worship something that's gone?
Because you worship your ancestors, don't you? So you just saying, so when you leave this planet, whatever men religions apart, when me and you both leave this planet, don't you want to go see where your grandma, wherever your grandparents are? If they, I don't know. So watch this, Cam. If they in heaven or hell, I want to see my grandmama and grandmama.
We talking about the definition of the word worship. We're not talking about them feelings. We talking about the definition of the word worship. How can you worship somebody that's gone?
The same way you can worship a God that you never met.
So that's not
the difference between somebody that's religious based and somebody that's spiritual based is we're doing it to the actual people that came before us. We're not using a God per se, something in the sky to venerate. We're using something that's tangible, like our ancestors.
So venerate don't mean to obey and submit.
Well, I would be obeying my grandmother if she told me certain things before she left here, how to conduct myself. That's how I do that. So okay, I know right and wrong because what my grandparents.
That wasn't going on prior to 6 something AD.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, that's Islam.
No, I'm talking about before Islam.
No, that's what is the definition of the word Islam?
I'm not a Muslim, Cam.
That don't have nothing. If you look in a dictionary, I don't care what religion you are, be a scholar and type up the definition of Islam. Just do that. Why are you saying you got to be a member of that belief system? Just define the word. What is the definition of Islam, bro?
To obey to the will of Allah.
No, it's the will
But
of
I'm
God.
not a Muslim.
Brother,
Okay.
brothers, calm
Okay,
down.
well, let me go look it up. Maybe I'm
Calm
wrong.
down.
Let me go look it up.
Stay right here with me. Stay right here with me. Stay right here while you look it up and read exactly what you say. See.
Okay, so you said what is Islam? That's what
Just
you asked
type
me,
the
right?
word Islam definition in Google.
Okay, hold on.
What is the first word that's going the definition word?
Hold on. Let me cause okay, it says Islam is a
No, the
monotheistic.
definition. No, the
Okay, hold on.
definition. Islam, the definition of Islam. What is the definition of Islam?
Man, hold on. So if I type in wiki, ain't that the definition?
No,
you
sir.
want me to go to
Listen,
Britannica?
listen,
You want me to go
brother.
to Britannica? What do you want me to go to?
Brother. Go to the dictionary. Any dictionary and type in.
So is wiki a dictionary or am I tripping?
No, wiki is not a dictionary.
Okay, let me go to Britannica then. Golly. He said wiki is not a dictionary.
Wiki is not a dictionary, bro. A dictionary is a dictionary.
All right, well, I'm on Britannica now. Okay, now, what do you want me to read here?
Oh Lord.
It's going to start talking about religion. It says I'm going to read it. Watch. It's going to say Islam, major world religion. This is Britannica I'm reading. It says Islam, major world religion, promulgated by the Prophet Muhammad in Arabia in the 7th century CE. Arabia term Islam literally surrender. That's what it means.
Stop.
It says literally surrender. Okay.
Stop. So does surrender start in 600 AD?
I don't know. But I know that that's something that's almost exclusive to Islam.
So surrender.
Do they say that you got to surrender to Abraham?
Surrender means
surrender. Abraham?
Bruh.
No, I'm just asking, do they say to surrender to Abraham?
Stop talking and listen.
Okay.
You clearly need to listen now. So the word Islam is just an Arabic word that means submission. It don't even mean submission to the will of Allah or God. It means submission. So does the word submission start? Does the activity of submission start 600 AD?
I'm not sure, Cam. What do you want me to do? Lie?
Oh Lord, my brother.
No, I'm just saying if I don't know, what you want me to do? Lie?
Do you know what submission means?
I don't know.
Do you know what?
Brother Cam, please educate him, Cam, please, brother. Please.
So you know if submission means to surrender your way or your will to do it somebody else's way. That's what surrender means. That's what submit means. It means to give up. To give up whatever you was trying to do and do it somebody else's way. Did that start in 600 AD?
And how many times do I have to say I don't know?
You don't know.
I don't know when it starts.
You don't know when human beings start.
Okay, well, let me ask you, do you know when it starts then? Since I don't know, you tell me. When does surrendering start?
When did surrendering start? When the first baby was born. The first baby was born was surrendering.
Okay, well that's fine. I mean, that's fine. I mean, but am I wrong? I don't know, Cam. I don't even know how to answer.
Well, how did you say you know when Islam started, but you don't know this?
Because that's how history works. You go by what's documented, Cam.
No, that's how ninja foolishness works. The actual definition of Islam is submission. Submission started when human beings started. So how old is human beings on the planet? You froze.
According to science, we became humans around. Hold on. According to science, we became humans around 230 something thousand years ago.
So that means, according to your understanding,
Y'all hear me?
Islam started 30,000 years ago. Because people was
Man,
submitting
you
to
can't
other
do
people.
that like that. Islam has a birthday. No, you can't do it like that, Cam. Islam has
What
a
does
birthday.
Islam mean? We just read what Islam
You
means.
can't do it like that.
We just read what Islam means, bro. What do you mean?
Man, come on, Cam. But this though, I know y'all can't be serious right now with it. Y'all saying that Islam started 230,000 years ago. That's what y'all telling me.
What does the word Islam mean?
This from what I just read, surrender.
No. Okay, this one.
No, hold on, Gooch.
I'll be back. It's on you now, brother.
Am I wrong?
So so surrendering, so human beings surrendering to other human beings' will started 630 years, 600 AD? Or did it start when human beings started?
Well, this is what you doing, Cam. You really is tripping. Because we're talking about Allah. To obey, to surrender to a specific person, which is Allah.
No.
So who is Allah? I mean, because that's what they're talking about.
Allah,
So you ain't surrendering to no other God, are you? Hold on, let me ask Cam. Are you surrendering to another God outside of Allah?
I don't know what the hell you talking about. We talking about the definition of a word.
I'm asking Cam, are you surrendering to anybody other than Allah?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Are you surrendering to the Hebrew God, or are you surrendering?
The word?
Are you surrendering to the Hebrew God, to the Christian God?
You're talking about a word. I'm gonna have to mute you. We're talking about a definition of a word. The definition of a word means surrender, to yield, to surrender, to submit. Right? That means that's what Islam means. So the definition, the practice of submission or submitting to somebody or surrender, I don't care who it is, that the definition of Islam the definition means submit. It don't mean submit to the will of Allah. That part is added as an understanding. But the literal definition of the word Islam means submission. Right? So did human beings just start submitting to other human beings in 600 AD? Yes or no?
There are other religions that predate Islam. So the answer would be yes. But they're going to be doing it up under their religion, not Allah.
Who said anything about a religion?
Moses is going to...
Who said anything about a religion?
That's all of this is what you're talking about is religious.
Absolutely false. Absolutely false.
Right?
Go ahead.
I want to read something to you, brother. The word Islam means definition: submission to the will of God. Submission. That's the definition of Islam. So basically, whether you're Christian, hold on, no. See, you're mixing religion in with the definition. So whether you're Christian, Buddhist, whatever, if you submit to Buddha, if you submit to Christ, if you submit to Allah, that's
if you submit to the ancestors.
If you submit to the ancestors, that is an act of Islam because you are submitting to your God. Okay? See, when you say Allah, that's submitting to a particular God. When you say Christ, you're submitting to a particular person. When you say Buddha, you're submitting to a particular person, right? Islam means to submit. You submit to your mother. You submit to your father. You submit to your teachers. When you get pulled over and they say, hey, let me see your ID, and you say, yes, officer, you submitted to that officer. All those are acts of Islam. Now, you have an understanding now? Are you serious? Hello?
Hey, man.
This can't be real. Is he there? Are you there? 187? 817? 817. Unmute yourself, brother, please. Is anything oh God. Did anything I just say make sense?
Yeah, my connection is bad.
Okay. But did that make sense to you, brother?
Okay, wait. Now my mic. Yeah, I got a bad connection. I'm trying to cut some stuff down because I couldn't hear what you were saying. And when I was trying to unmute, It was lagging, so that's what the problem.
Okay, I'll repeat
Look like I
myself.
got it back now. Either that or my internet is tripping.
Okay,
so what was you saying,
didn't,
brother?
You didn't hear anything I said?
I couldn't really hear it because it was lagging. This ain't my fault, Cam. Don't get mad at me.
No, we're not mad at you at all, brother. We've been doing this as Moby Dick was a goldfish, so we deal with people like you all the time. Once again, the definition of Islam. Let me read
like
it.
Me. We all Africans on here. What's going on? He said like me. That's crazy. But anyway, go ahead, man.
Okay, no. The definition of Islam means to submit. Right? I'm looking dead at it. I can send it to you. Okay. Now, whether you submit to Jesus Christ, whether you submit to Allah, whether you submit to Buddha, whether you submit to your mother, whether you submit to your father or your grandmother or a person like yourself, you submit to your ancestors. That is an act of Islam.
Okay.
That makes sense?
I would agree to disagree.
Okay. So anyway.
I disagree on a definition.
That's what ninjas do.
Because everything is not Islam.
Well,
see, now watch this. Okay. Let me ask y'all. Y'all been asking me questions. I'm gonna get.
No, we're gonna read.
No,
this
I need this.
No, hold on. Let me read the definition that I just posted from the Etymology Dictionary. Islam. They quote. This is not the definition. Quote: religious system revealed by Muhammad. But the actual definition is from the Arabic language, literally means submission. It don't even mean to the will of God. That's the cultural additive to it. It means submission from the root word aslama. He resigned, he surrendered, he submitted. That is the definition of Islam. Literally means submission. So the Arabic or the Islamic culture says submission to the will of Allah, but the definition of the word is he submitted, he resigned, he surrendered. All right. You there, Gooch?
I'm there. I'm definitely there.
So that's the definition of the word. So I don't care what you believe and what you feel.
Now, okay, that's cool. Now, what if I told you I'm not an Arab?
What does that have to do with the word Islam?
Because
so if I tell you
the definition he just pulled up. Go ahead.
So if I tell you Nikasa Sukasa, what does that mean?
I don't know.
Are you serious?
Well, just hold on, Google.
I'm dead serious.
It
I only
means
speak English.
Bro. Just relax. It means my house is your house in Spanish. Right? So casa means house, right?
Based on what you just said, yes.
Based on what I said.
I don't speak Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, Cam.
I don't care about that. Okay, so I'm telling you though.
English.
I thought you was from Africa.
No, I speak good English.
Why do you speak English if you're from Africa?
Because my ancestors got kidnapped and brought over here.
So why do you respect the definitions of English words if you're not from America?
Because that's the language from which we were indoctrinated to speak.
So a human being is only supposed to speak one language?
No, but that's the language that they stripped us. I don't know if y'all know history, but they stripped us. When we got off the boat, they told us we can't speak our language no more. Y'all know that.
If I'm telling you Arabic words and I'm telling you Spanish words, then why do you have to be Spanish or Arabic to acknowledge that's what they really mean when I'm giving you the definition?
What I said is I don't speak Spanish. I didn't know that that's what
I don't care what you speak. I don't care what you believe.
I don't know what it means.
I just told you what it means.
Okay, so I agreed. If you said that that's what it means, I said, okay, that's what it means. So what's wrong?
Okay, that's the same principle with Islam. You don't know what Islam means either.
Yeah, but see, they Mexicans. I'm not Mexican. And I'm not an Arab either. I'm an Arab.
That don't got nothing to do with the definition. But you see, this is why I blocked you, because you
said you just unreasonable. Because I'm unreasonable.
Absolutely. We're gonna play this back. This is
This
good
is
content.
no, because you're giving me Arabic history when I'm telling you
I ain't giving you no Arabic history. I'm giving you the word. The English language is made out of Arabic. Did you know that? Latin and
made
Arabic.
out of Latin. Yes, I know it's
Latin
made
and
out of
Arabic.
Latin.
And Arabic.
Well, I don't know if Latin is Arabic. I'm not sure. You may be educating me on that. But see, don't look. See, but this is the
How old
internet
are you?
age, Cam.
How old are you,
Hold
bro?
up. I'm the same age as you.
What is that?
So you don't know how old you are?
Oh boy. What up, Gooch? I'm gonna leave you up there, but
So you ain't 55, Cam?
Man,
I was born in
wild.
60. I was born in 69. You was born in 69. I'm assuming maybe you ain't turned 55 yet. You may got two more months in the year. I may be wrong.
What you do for a living?
I don't do anything for a living. I'm retired.
You got any children? You got any children?
Yes. Thanks to the ancestors. Yes, I do. I have three children.
Thanks to the ancestors.
Yes. Just like you thank Allah, I thank my ancestors. But something's wrong with that, huh?
What about the mother?
See what I'm saying? It's something wrong with me worshiping my ancestors, which is my grandmother and everybody that came before me. But you just like shocked that I would.
Man, I just got to mute you because you're running your mouth too much. I thought you was maybe saying that your baby mama was dead or something. You saying thanks to the ancestors, so I didn't understand that language. So I would think that you're gonna give thanks to your actual children's mother instead of the ancestors. But all right, go ahead.
Yeah, her too. I mean, I thank her too. But
my ancestors,
because without my ancestors, I wouldn't be here.
Neither was she, right?
Yeah, without her ancestors, she wouldn't be here either. Which is a part of my ancestors. You know, would be incest for us to procreate with each other. But anyway, you know what? Y'all are really interesting. You know that?
Yeah,
indoctrination is a hell of a thing.
It sure is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Since you want to go there, let's have fun.
Let's have fun. That's what I'm here for.
Read the definition of ancestors.
I don't have to read the ancestors. Somebody that came before you.
Okay.
What does that mean? They dead?
Come on, Cam.
I mean, I'm asking a question.
You don't think so? You think an ancestor's alive?
I don't know what you believe, bro.
Yeah, I mean, for alive that came before us.
You didn't even know the definition of the word that you were saying about me. You didn't know the definition of Islam.
Hold on. So do y'all know the involvement? Let me see. Y'all don't never want to be straight up with something, but let me ask y'all something. Do y'all know the history of the Islamic slave trade on Africans? Do y'all know that? Do y'all know that the Islam started enslaving Africans 1,000 years before Christians got involved? Do y'all know that?
Prove it.
Islam.
Prove it.
Hold on.
So you saying you don't believe me?
Hold on. Say that again. Say that statement again.
What I'm saying, Cam, is before the Europeans got involved in the slave trade of enslaving Africans, that the Arabs was enslaving East Africans for 1,000 years.
Who are the original Arabs? Who are the original Arabs? What does the original Arabs look like?
They look like the people. From what I can tell from the people that's Arabs now, they're Eurasians. There are people that are mixed, have a European mix predominant, but they do have some African ancestors.
Why are they called Arabs? Why are they called Arabs?
Because of their religious beliefs.
Man, you are incredible. I thought it was because they're on the country called Arabia.
No,
it's not because they're on the landmass called Arabia.
No, because you got all of them. The people in Syria are Arabs. You got people in Iran that are Muslims. You got people that are in Iraq that are Muslims.
Listen, Muslim is a religion. See, okay, for example, Cam and I are Californians. Why? Because we're born in California.
Correct. I'm a Texan.
Right. So is it possible for someone from Texas to live somewhere else and still be a Texan?
Correct.
Is it possible that Cam can live somewhere else and still be a Californian?
Yes.
So it is possible for a person to be from Arabia and still be Arab. regardless of where he is in the world, right?
Yes.
I plead my case.
So who is the original?
But that's what I was saying.
No, listen. Just
Holy
listen.
smokes.
Stop talking. Stop talking.
Go
Just
ahead.
listen. Listen. Who is the original people of this whole planet? What do they look like?
Well, the original humans of the planet are Africans.
So did the original is the air? What's that again?
The original humans, the Homo sapiens sapiens, are the original humans on the planet.
Or what?
The original humans on the planet.
Are what? They are what?
Ask the question again, Cam, because maybe I'm confused. I just told you that you asked me who are the oldest people on the planet. Is that what you asked me?
Who are the original people of the planet?
The original people of the planet are Homo sapiens sapiens.
And what do
Am
they
I
look
wrong?
like? What do they look like?
They look like me and you.
So they're black.
They're Africans.
No, Africa is a land.
They're black Africans. Black.
No, listen. Stop.
Okay.
Do you know Africa is a limited geographical landmass, right?
Correct. That's
So,
where all humans come from,
according to who?
according to science.
Who's science?
All science.
So why did all humans come from Africa? Did Africa produce black people? Africa produced humans, or humans produced Africa?
Well, I don't understand. Like, this is kind of interesting because we're talking English here, right? So that's the only way. That's the only way that I can convey in this conversation and have a conversation if we speak English.
What?
So
are
based
you talking
on,
about? Bro, what are you talking? Are you on drugs?
No.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you asking me a question. Who are the oldest people on the oldest people on the planet? Then when I answer the question, you get confused and not understand what I'm saying.
No, brother, you don't. I don't know what you don't know what you own, bro. I literally asked you, like did Africans produce black people, or did black people produce Africans?
That's one and the same, Cam.
How's it one and the same?
Because they're the same people.
How did
black is just a descriptive?
How did Africa produce black people?
Black is just a descriptive that tells you what color a human is.
But you're saying Africa, right?
Africa is the geographical location from which we come.
So who produced us?
What do you mean? Who produced us? Well, I can't answer
from which
that
we
question.
come. So we come from what? You come from the dirt of Africa. We come from a god. We come from the ancestors. Where do we come from?
Now, see, this is what I'm not going to be able to do. I'm not going to be able to tell you something that I can't answer. Nobody can really. So based on science, they say we came from something out of the sea, turned into this, turned into that. Then we mutated off from what you call it. I can't answer and say if all that's true.
Well, why are you using any of it when you can't say none of it is true? You can't prove none of it is true.
Because that would be just like, why did Elijah Muhammad start talking about Yaqub? Why would he start talking about Yaqub in science?
Because he can.
You think that Yaqub is scientific?
He can prove the dominant and recessive genes and traits. He can prove the law of genetics of human beings. That's why. You can't prove nothing you talking about.
Oh, okay. You're right.
No, I'm just.
This is interesting. This is interesting right here. Like we did come from Africa.
Prove it.
Okay, no, okay, well that's good.
So why you saying you descendants of a slave? Then
no, you're a historian. So do you know the original? Do you know the original name of Africa? Because it's not named Africa. Do you know the original name?
Well, the oldest name that we can go,
yes or no?
The oldest name that we can go back to is what the oldest name that people called it that was writing. Because anything from
what was the name? What was the name?
Kemet.
That's not Africa.
Kemet is in Africa.
No, that's not Africa. Hold on, Gooch. Kemet is not.
Do you realize at the time when people started writing, they didn't?
Brother. Kemet is not Africa.
Listen, Cam.
No, you're muted. Kemet is a city. Kemet is a country in Africa. Do you know how big Africa is? Kemet is in North Africa. Kemet is not Africa. Go ahead.
You don't know that. Pull up an old world map, Cam. And let's see how big Africa. Pull up an old world map and see how big they thought. What do you mean? You just so you think you telling me something? So you think that you the only person on the planet that can study or that know anything? That's what y'all think?
No.
Prove that we came from Africa.
Because what he's saying is
prove that we came from Africa. Prove
we
that
know
we came
that
from
Africa wasn't called Africa until
prove that we came from Africa. Prove that we came from Africa, Mr.
So you saying the slave trade didn't happen? That's what you're saying?
You talking about slave trade? I said prove that we came from the human beings came from Africa. So are you gonna allow me to share my screen? Or what do you want me to do?
No, we can.
But this is a scientific fact. So you saying y'all don't know this, or y'all really just want me? Y'all just playing right now?
Would you like the whole screen to prove? We'll give you the whole screen to prove itself.
Okay, so let's do this.
Would you
okay,
like the whole screen?
I'll do that. So yeah. Okay. Let me share my screen, and then okay. Now let me ask y'all. Okay, let me ask you. I'm gonna read it. Let me ask y'all. What do y'all want me to ask? Where is the origins of humans? Well, like what do y'all want me to ask? Before I type this in, what do y'all want me to ask? What is the origins of humanity? What specifically do y'all want me to type into this computer that's going to tell you that humans come from Africa?
Can you do this one question? Can you do one thing for me? Can you? Yes or no?
Yeah, it depends on what it is. Because I can't answer until you ask the question. Go ahead.
Can you take off your sunglasses at night? Can we see your eyes?
Well, I'm blind in one eye, so no.
You
don't believe me? But no, that's why I told you. Just like, okay, if you have a deficiency, you would want to cover it up. So I'm blind in one eye, so necessarily no. My sunglasses a problem? Is my sunglasses affecting my answers or something?
No.
So y'all saying that I need to not have on sunglasses?
No, okay, listen, brother, because I don't want you to get offended. None of us are perfect, nigga. We had Biff with Bill, we've had Music Soul Child, Stevie Wonder, all kind of people on the live with us. So you being blind doesn't mean anything. It's just a thing of respect. Now, being that you told us the problem, we respect that. We'll never go with it again. But don't let anybody let you think that you have, just because you have a problem, that we don't like you. We love you. You are our brother. If we didn't like you, you've been gone a long time ago. But we're here to teach and we're here to build. Okay?
Right.
So whether or not we do this verbally, nigga, I'll send you some braille, hip hop braille, nigga. We get it in. However you want to.
No, I can see out of my other eye. I'm just blind in one eye. I got hit in the eye with a rock when I was a kid.
Hey man,
playing. Remember we used to be out in the streets playing instead of being on video games. I used to be out in the streets playing.
Hey man, let me tell you something, brother. When I was growing up, I accidentally did that to a person in Wasco, California. Right?
My best friend did it, but that was still my best friend out there.
Right, but here's the thing.
So
we would never take something like that. Cam, we love brothers. Man, Cam talks about me. I talk about Cam. It's something wrong with all of us, right? Cam was just asking. He didn't know if you were just trying to be a cool dude or whatever. But now that you addressed it, it's over with. You good.
Yeah, we're moving on.
Well, now watch this. You could ask me to stand up, but I can't because I'm in a wheelchair. See what I'm saying?
It's all good.
You can ask me that too. But I'm just saying, like all this is, I don't understand what this is about, but
no,
that don't have anything to do with the dialogue, right?
No, listen. You brought that up on your own, but listen, we accept you however you come.
Okay. I ain't tripping though. I'm just letting y'all know that this ain't nothing. Me and Cam the same age. I come from the same area y'all come from, homie.
Okay.
I mean, y'all saying I'm slow because I got a Texas accent. I tell y'all proper. You see what I'm saying? But we all Africans. We all got different accents, but we all Africans. Okay. People in New York talk funny to us. People in New Orleans and right next door to me, they talk funny. But we all Africans, brother. It's just disappointing that we always do this.
No, we love you. Listen, me and Cam love you without a doubt.
We love you, bro.
We love you.
Okay, all right.
We just talk.
I love y'all too. So
there you go.
We just talk locker room talk. That's all. We just talk rough, male locker room talk. And we try to get.
I ain't tripping.
Yeah, and we be trying to get to provable answer. So instead of African, like, I disagree with that. I say we're original. Same way that you say that you don't agree with the word Islam. I don't agree with the word African. You know what I'm saying? We're all original. We're all part of the original nation of this planet. We're not all from Africa though, because the original people didn't just settle in Africa. We're not from Africa. We're not black because we're from Africa. Africa didn't make us black. Africa didn't make us at all. We black because we from infinite triple dark space. We're from the dark matter and the dark energy of space. We're black because we're original. So Africa don't make you black.
Let me say something. Based on how this planet works, if you are on the equatorial zone around the equator, the sun is going to make you dark-skinned, pigmented. It's only a mechanism that humans developed to be able to block UV rays from the sun. That's all it is, Cam.
So why is the white people in Africa, South Africa, never getting black?
Because they're genetically not African, and if you don't mix with an African, so if you were born in the northern hemisphere, and I know you know this, Cam, maybe you don't, but you're going to have a amount of Neanderthal DNA in you that's going to make you non-African, and that percentage in science is 1%. So if you have 1% of this DNA in you, you're going to look like a non-African no matter where you are on this planet. It does not matter.
Are these black scientists that you're getting this science from?
Science doesn't have a race. We created science.
No, that's not what I asked you. Are these black scientists that you're getting these concepts from?
Some of them, yes.
Name one.
But science is universal.
Name the black one. Name the black one that you're getting this from.
You got Soy Kenyatta. That's one.
You know who
Soy Kenyatta is?
No, I'm writing it down. He says what about the Neanderthal?
Well, Neanderthals are species of humans that developed outside of the continent of Africa that mutated based on the elements of climate that they were in, which made them light-skinned, to have the recessive genes that they have and so forth. It's just science. It's just science. Nothing spooky about it. But based on that, that's why they have the traits that they have today. Just like we have the traits that we have today based on our equatorial environment. So
where did Caucasians come from?
Caucasians come from Europe. They come from the northern hemisphere of the earth.
So you saying that the earth or the location of the earth is what made them opposite of have no natural dominant genes and traits?
Well, actually, when we left out around 70,000 years ago, we left out of Africa again. When we leave out, we run into what they call Neanderthals. But these Neanderthals had a small population, right?
What produced white people?
I'm telling you, Neanderthals. Neanderthal and Homo sapiens sapiens. You would have to go back to another hominid, maybe Homo habilis or something like that. I'm not sure which one it was, but these are archaic humans that
what produced them?
It's a bunch of archaic human. I mean,
what produced them?
I don't know how to answer that, but evolution, that's the only thing that you can.
What produced evolution?
Time.
What time produced evolution?
Yeah, time. You're evolving over time.
What produced time?
Man, I don't understand why you ask me weird questions like this. Now I don't know what produced time. Like,
all right, it's late. But yeah, we got salute to brother 817. You know what I'm saying? That's our brother. I've been on here 2 hours and 30 minutes. Absolutely didn't think I was gonna be here. My little queens is right here drawing that I was supposed to be chilling with Gooch.
Security.
What'd you say?
Security in there?
Yeah, they've been right here the whole time. Just
hey, happy birthday to the youngest. Hey, it's Uncle Gooch.
Thank you.
Hey, how you doing? Good. Hey, can you do me a favor? Draw a picture of Uncle Gooch.
Okay.
With glasses on. Make sure my glasses on, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. Cam, thank you, man. That was a wonderful live. You gave them what, 2-3 hours?
2.5, man.
2.5 hours. Is your Cash App showing, man, for this live? Make sure you throw Cam something, man. That was very entertaining. That was amazing, brother. And it's just amazing, bro. Just amazing. Just amazing.
Hold on, let's decompress right quick. Let's give a like 30 seconds of moment of silence. Let's just decompress. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to digest and study myself. I be trying to study myself and study my own patience, or like my own, you know, could I have handled that better? You know,
You started off like me earlier. You didn't have a lot of patience earlier,
right?
And the inner you came into me, and I said, "With chance," and then you came back to who you are. So I'm proud of you. But that was hard to deal with. But we can't give up on the brother, man. We can't.
Absolutely. And that revelation at the end, you know what I'm saying, made a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying, about the sunglasses in the chair. You know what I'm saying. So salute to the bro. You know what I'm saying. Salute to the bro 817. Yeah. So I forgot what the topic was. Any final thoughts?
Yeah. Final thought for tonight is if you believe in something, stand on it. I'm fucked up as hell. Good night.
Peace. We out.